right, it's now time for week 3. Hard to believe. Week 3 of the NFL season. And we'll just give a little recap. After week 1, Brady won week 1. If you remember, Brady had 8 points, Ethan had 7, and I had 5. Okay? Now, as this week was going on, week 2, I was looking at I'm going to win this week. That's not what happened. Because after week 2, Ethan won. Mm-hmm. He had the most points this past week with 11. I am wrong. Anyway, I'm not sure. The total for the 2 weeks together, I might mark it wrong. Ethan is at 18. Me and Brady are tied at 17. So, only one behind. Brady had a lower week this past week, but he had that big week the first week.
I'm in the lead.
So now...
For the first time in NFL prediction history.
Maybe. But you're in the lead, so it's very, very close.
Pretty much.
And, there's a lot of big games last week. There was a lot of come from behinds. The Browns had it won, and in a minute 55, they stunk it up and lost somehow by 13 points when the Jets had no timeouts. The Cardinals came back. Poor old Brady. The Dolphins came back and beat the Ravens. But anything can happen. All the teams are pretty even. There's a few that stand out. But we're going to start with tonight's game, which is a big rival game. Pittsburgh traveling to Cleveland. And Ethan won the week, so you go first.
Did Pittsburgh win last week?
Pittsburgh, they are 1-1. They lost to New England this past weekend.
Lost to New England.
But they beat the Bengals.
They did beat the Bengals. And the Bengals they haven't really done well.
They're 0-2. They're 0-2, surprising.
And they lost to the Cowboys, who I love the Cowboys, but with a backup quarterback.
Yeah. Cooper Rush. We'll talk about him later.
Yeah.
You might just be better than Dak Prescott.
Well, I don't know. But, hey, if he wins, he wins. Mm-hmm. So who's your pick?
I heard somebody say he could be the next Tom Brady, like a backup. But I don't think so.
I don't think so.
That'd be awesome.
It would be. I'd take 10% of Tom Brady. It's better than, I'll take 10% of Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really, one Super Bowl appearance, that's more than the Cowboys have had. All right, make your prediction. We got a lot of
guys. Like 27 years. I'm going to say, sadly. I'm going to say Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. All right, Brady. You're up next. Pittsburgh. And I go with it as well. Cleveland does not look good. When you lose to the Jets the way they did, they need their quarterback is suspended. Pittsburgh, their quarterback's not any good either. Yeah, but I go Pittsburgh winning this.
We watched some of the Jets and Browns game. It was kind of a boring game, slow game. I know they were playing against the Jets, but the Browns stink as they always have.
Moving on to the 1 o'clock games on Sunday, you've got the 1-1 because they had a tie. The Texans going to Chicago to take on the Bears, who are 1-1. They lost to Green Bay easily. They got beat pretty good. Brady, your predictions first. You got a headache?
No, Chicago.
Chicago.
I agree.
And I do as well. Houston stinks. I didn't know after the Colts tied them, but then I realized the Colts stink. The 0-2 Raiders going to the Tennessee to take on the 0-2 Titans.
Oh.
It's shocking that Tennessee's 0-2. It'd be my turn to go first. This is a tough one to call.
It's like the first week.
I'm going to go, I don't know. I'm going to go Raiders. Raiders barely lost to Arizona. Ethan.
I'm actually going to say Tennessee.
Okay.
Tennessee did have a great season last year, but they've had it rough at the beginning of this year. Raiders aren't that great. 0-2.
All right.
Brady picked the Raiders.
He's excited. Yeah, he picked the Raiders. Kansas City 2-0. They look good, taking on the 0-1 Colts. Possibly the biggest disappointment so far this year. It would be, whose turn is to go first?
You.
Me. I go, of course, Chiefs.
Yep.
Chiefs.
No question.
I think that's easy.
It's on the next one.
Now this is a tough one. Mm-hmm. You got the 2-0 Buffalo Bills taking on the 2-0 Miami Dolphins. Now the Dolphins had to come back to win, but they beat a good Baltimore team. So that would be your turn to go first.
Baltimore is good, but they're not as good as the Bills.
It's not Baltimore.
It's Miami.
Baltimore is good. Yeah. They beat a good team.
I got
but they're not as good as the Bills. and it would be
Yeah.
terrible if the Bills lost. Miami has proven themselves to be a strong contender this year, where the teams we thought were going to be good, like Cincinnati and Tennessee, and even Colts we thought might be
Better.
decent,
So you're
are
Buffalo.
not doing well. Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Brady said Buffalo. I like Miami. I mean, they're the fun team to watch. They got Waddle, who's a wide receiver that I got on my fantasy team. They've got Tariq Hill. Tua's been playing good. They're fun to watch. But I'm going Buffalo. How can you pick against Buffalo? Best team right now in the NFL. Here's an interesting game. 1-1 Detroit. They lost the first week against a good Eagles team. They came back and scored 35 points on the Eagles. Then they won this past week. Then you got Minnesota, who thumped the Packers and then lost to Philadelphia.
This season has gone off to a rocky start.
Detroit.
All right.
I'm going to say Detroit too.
I am as
Why
well.
does everyone choose whatever I choose? Just sounds-
No, we don't. This was one that. This quick, guys.
Shoot me here.
But hey, here's the deal. Stop, guys. Stop. Here's the deal. I would have never picked Minnesota a couple weeks ago, but after watching them get beat by Philadelphia, who the Colts or the Lions lost to, but they scored 35 points. I go Detroit as well. Baltimore 1-1. New England's 1-1. They're without Mac Jones, I believe. My turn to go first. I go easily Baltimore.
Now, Miami did beat them, but Miami is definitely better than New England is right now.
All right.
Baltimore. There's just something about this season. It's like a team who's really good, they get a win, then they get a loss, and then they lose like a really crap team, and then a crap team beats a good team or a decent team.
Hard.
A decent team, I don't know.
Hard to predict.
Confusing.
I will say this is interesting. The last 4 games we just picked, we all unanimously picked the away team to win, which is interesting. Cincinnati, they're 0-2. They're going
5
to the
games.
Jets. Yeah, the 5. Well, he picked Tennessee. We didn't know. But anyway, you've got the Jets who beat the Browns, taking out Cincinnati, who's
Right down to the
0-2.
wire, though.
They're in New York. This would be
Right.
whose turn would this one be?
Ethan.
Ethan.
If the Jets would just play like they did like the last 2 minutes of the game,
Yeah.
then they'd have a chance. But I'm going to say
Super Bowl.
Cincinnati. Cincinnati needs to win. If they don't win, if they don't beat the Jets, unless something crazy just happens, their season is pretty much over because you can't just lose to the Jets. Cincinnati.
All right, so
Needs it.
your turn. Your turn.
Can you go now?
No, it's your turn.
I'm going New York Jets.
Woo! I go Cincinnati.
Yes.
They have to. They need a win. They have to win. They win. Philly going to Washington. The Commanders. My turn to go first, I believe. Right? I think I'm a Cowboys fan, and Philadelphia is by far the best team in the East. So I go Philly beating the Commanders.
I'll just wing it.
It's his turn.
I agree with Philadelphia.
Brady?
No, technically he would be last because he
Whatever,
was-
just pick.
No, I went first, so then he goes. We go in that order.
But he picked first last time, so then I would.
Oh, I'm sorry. We messed that up. I knew.
Just keep on going.
Eagles.
Eagles. We all got Eagles. New Orleans, the away team. Taking at Carolina. New Orleans 1-1. Carolina's 0-2.
New Orleans. Sorry, it really wasn't my turn, but I'm going to say New Orleans. Both these teams are not that great.
You going to pick Baker getting his first win at home? Or are you going to go with the Saints?
I'll just go Carolina.
Woo! That's a big upset. New Orleans did lose the Tampa Bay, but I think they're by far better. Jacksonville, they're 1-1. Can you believe it? They're taking on the Chargers, who are also 1-1. It'd be Brady's turn to go first now? Is it my turn to go first?
It's my turn
Okay,
to
you-
go first because you
Okay, go.
can skip me
Okay,
and you
go.
skip me.
Sorry, go.
So I go twice in a row.
Okay, go twice.
All right, go.
Jacksonville.
Wow, okay. E-Man?
I'm going to say, who'd the Chargers lose to? You know? I'll
They lost to
Chargers.
Chiefs.
Just say Chiefs. I'll say Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers are good. I would like to see Jacksonville be good. We'll see.
You pick Chargers too?
Yeah, I think Chargers too. Then you got the other LA team, the Rams, going to Arizona. Both teams are 1-1. It's your turn again.
Rams.
Rams.
The Rams did Is it my turn next?
Yeah.
The
No,
Rams.
it's my turn next.
Okay.
Rams.
The Rams did very bad against the Bills, and the
It's
Bills.
also the Bills.
The Bills are also, you know, one of the best teams.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say the Rams.
Okay.
Because the Rams, although they did lose badly to the Bills, they're still a good team. And I'm going to pick them.
All right. Now here's a battle of two teams that nobody cares about. The Falcons going to
I don't know
Seattle.
who cares about
Falcons are 1-1. Atlanta's 0-2. Now it's my turn, and I go Seattle. They're the home team. They're a little better than Atlanta.
Sure, I'll
I don't know who likes Atlanta.
Yeah, we get a buddy who likes Atlanta, but it doesn't matter. They still stink.
I'm going to go with the upset.
Ooh.
I'm going to say Atlanta.
All right.
I go Seattle.
All right. Battle of the Bays. We're back to Ethan. Green Bay at Tampa Bay. This is an interesting one. They're both Green Bay's 1-1. They lost to Minnesota, but they beat Chicago. Tampa Bay is 2-0. Beat the Cowboys and the Saints.
This is so easy.
I'm going to say Tampa Bay.
All right.
Can't-
Brady.
Most of the time,
Tampa
you
Bay.
can't bet against Brady.
Yeah. I'm going to
I
go
know.
Tampa Bay
You
as
just
well.
can't bet against me.
I think Green Bay could win this, but I'm going to go Tampa Bay. Then we move on to the Sunday night game. You get the 49ers 1-1 against the Broncos at 1-1. It would be my turn to go? Because you went, we had you twice. And I'm going to go 49ers. I think they're just a little better than the Broncos.
I agree.
Okay. And then the Monday night game, our Dallas Cowboys at 1-1. They did not look good week one. And then they beat Cincinnati, taking the Giants, who surprisingly are 2-0.
That's crazy.
Who'd they face?
He's back
There's
to
very
you.
few teams that are 2-0.
They beat Tennessee. And who did they beat this past week?
Commanders.
Is it Commanders?
Was it?
I don't know. It could have been.
I love how it could be Commanders in the both days.
Yeah. So who's it going to be?
I'm going to say Dallas. It
Okay.
might be kind of a risk, but they beat the Bengals.
Dallas.
You know what? I was
Dan's
going
going upset.
Everything in me says the Cowboys. I don't think the Giants are that good. Can Cooper Rush do it again? Because they went. Really, I think the Cowboys are going to win. But I'm going to go Giants.
You just won.
Just to try to get those 2 points. Because you get 2 points if you make a prediction that these guys, these guys pick Cowboys, I pick Giants. So if I win, I get 2 points.
Well, that's it. See ya.
I thought about giving up hope on the Cowboys, but even though they got a backup, they won last week. I got to keep believing in them. I can't stop.
Let's get a screenshot here. We got to have a thumbnail. Ready?